Hey, hi everyone. With the social. Nope, this is live with Maria. I got confused. Hope everybody's doing well. No. Anyway, I'm eating Chinese food. It's very good. There's there's shrimp, honey walnut shrimp, brown rice. It's really good. So how's everyone? Hope everybody's doing good. No, I can't stop mine. Okay. I think I'm gonna set it right over here. Just like talk. Did you hear what I said? I said I'm tired of this. So anyway, I don't even know what I'm doing. Just trying to do something different. Look at me. Oh, do you know why I'm? Oh, ah! And you know why I'm wearing orange? I'm wearing orange because it's almost. I mean, I'm a Halloween baby, born in October. Birthday is almost. Well, not almost. It's gonna be on the 21st, my birthday of October. No, I wish I had like a stand for my phone. I don't know. Thinking of buying a computer. Really good. Ah! So I'm here. Ah! Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Oh my god. There I go. Ta-da. Okay. So, I'm really hungry. So, excuse me while I eat. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing okay. I know I said I would do this live. I don't even know how to do this, you know? Like, I'm just doing things, trying new stuff out. Obviously, just do things randomly. See how it goes. I miss the people. So, I'm live. This is Live with Maria. Yeah, so I just had a big argument with my dog. He's been a pest since this morning, though he is a pet. And not behaving well. I have these, in my building, I have this It's nosy neighbors, man. All they ever do is just pay attention to whatever I do. My dog barks. They want to know. They want to know every little single thing. You know? Okay. And so they're extremely nosy. Extremely nosy people. So my dog, he's out there. I mean, we just finished from coming from outside, right? So he wanted to go out. But see, I'm scared to take my dog outside because he's a very aggressive, okay? Oh. I try to take him out in the evening instead of in the afternoon. I try to take him out where there's not a lot of people outside. That way I won't have any trouble. So apparently that's not working either. Because, excuse me, since it's now summer is almost over, a lot of people are now going out. So yeah. So you got more people, more flow of people going out. You know? And that's understandable. But then it leads me to I have to change my my schedule taking out my dog. Because if he hears another dog, he'll go crazy. See, my dog has been living here for 2 years. So by now he should be comfortable with hearing sounds and hearing other dogs. Apparently he's not. Okay? So I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be something wrong with my dog. Because my dog, okay, when I did take him to the pet shop, to PetSmart, they said, well, what's wrong with your dog is that he is scared. And so every time he tries to, get near people, he starts barking. And then if he gets near other dogs, he'll start barking, which is true. But he's been living here now for 2 years. You would think by seeing all the other dogs that pass by every day, he'd be getting used to it. No. He barks at everything and anyone that is on his, is in front of him. So I tell him, I'm not going to go out because I don't want to deal with that. Not that I don't love my dog. I love my dog very much. But I don't want to hear my neighbors. I don't want to hear my neighbors say, oh, your dog is a bad dog. Or your dog causes problems for the other neighbors. Yeah, like that. So, what do you recommend? I mean, how can I stop my dog from barking? I've tried, that collar where you shock your dog like for a bit, so that way he'll stop barking. I didn't like it. It's like almost tasering. It's almost like tasering a dog. Like when they taser you, that's exactly how it is for the dog. A lot of people say, it's not hurting him or anything. It's not hurting your dog. But I think it does because when I did it, he yelped. Like, okay. That is uncomfortable. That I tried it on myself. It's not, I don't like it. Then the water thing. I tried the water. He doesn't shut up. You know how there are people that have to carry the water system, cold water. I've tried it. Doesn't work. Then I tried. The only thing that I haven't tried as of yet, because every time I try to put on the collar, every time I try to put on the muzzle, he takes it off. Like I have a muzzle for him. And he takes it off. I'm going to show you. So, here's the muzzle that I used for him. So when I take him outside, he's not able to reach anyone. He's not able to reach anyone and take a snag at them, like bite them or anything. Because, yeah, he's a biter. If anybody gets near me, he wants to right away jump on them because he doesn't want anybody near me. Who the hell is going to want to be near me anyway? I'm not even that cute. So anyway, that's the muzzle, okay? I used it, and then he takes it off. He'll not walk with it, okay? He will not go outside with this muzzle. Okay, so that ends that. And they told me, well, use the leash where he, it's around his nozzle or whatever you call it, his mouth. And as you pull it, he can't reach out to anyone because you're holding him tight. Now that I'm going to buy that, I'm going to try that. But this dog, my dog is he's going to be 8 years old in January, okay? He's old enough to understand that no, it means no. Don't jump on people. If they're not attacking us and they're not doing actually anything to us, why are you barking? Like you're barking like a wild, okay, like a crazed dog. Like if somebody's doing something to you. Meanwhile, my little dog, my Bentley, he's not like that. My little Bentley, he's not like that at all. I mean, I take him out, and the only time he goes and barks is when somebody gets near me. But otherwise, if I tell him no, Bentley, he'll listen. Like he's a good dog and a very good listener. So go figure, yes, it's true. They're totally different dogs and totally different breeds. But if your master is talking to you and they feed you and they treat you right, that dog should be able to listen to you on command. Like if I tell him, look, you sit, that's the only thing that I have done so far that's been good, that he listens to me when I tell him, Kobe, sit. And he'll sit. Otherwise, and the other stuff that I do, he won't listen to me. So, by the way, the brown rice and shrimp, honey, sweet walnut or whatever it's shrimp is good. It's the walnut, honey nut walnut shrimp is good. I recommend it. I know that you guys have probably tried it, but if you never tried it, you should try it. And if you live here in Vegas, I highly recommend it. A Chinese restaurant that's called, if I'm not mistaken, it's called, okay, here it is. Oh, it's not it. I thought it was. Okay. Doesn't even have their name on it. Let's see. Let me see if they have their name. Oh man, no, they don't have it. All it says is microwave, okay, but they don't have the name, but I think it's Chang Wan Wan, or it's China Wan Wan, or Chan Wen Wen, really good food. I get that app Grubhub. It's good. It's a good app to have. If you don't want to go out and and you're really hungry and you want your food delivered to you, this is the one to get. Chan Wen Wen, I think it's called. Wan Wan. Chan Wan Wan. Wan Wan. It's really good food. If you get the Grubhub app, it's good. Now, the way I do it, I pay. I pay through debit. I mean, you can pay whatever way you want, but I am telling you how I pay. I pay through debit, and I do not put the tip on my debit card. I give them the tip when they come here to my place, and then I give them the tip because I feel like I don't want anyone to be, taking out any kind of tip from my account. I'll give them the tip. I don't need anybody, and I do not save. I don't know about other people, but I don't save my information on my cell phone. So just saying. Grubhub has different kinds of restaurants in which you can choose from. Some will prepare their food, so you can go and pick it up. And then some of them do deliveries, which is really good. So anyway, yeah. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna be here for a while. So this is brown rice, by the way. I have brown rice and I have white rice because I really like brown rice, but I also like a little bit of white rice. So have that. Right. So I did a recording video on Lindsay Lohan, and I think I forgot to mention that when we were talking about Bill Cosby, after we spoke about Lindsay Lohan was cut off, I decided that I was going to do Bill Cosby next. So what do I think of Bill Cosby? If you did something like that you were abusing and taking advantage of these women, then I guess you deserve the time. But if he's innocent and in truth and reality, he just kept defending himself, saying that he didn't do it. Okay? But I can say I didn't do it just to try to make myself look like I didn't do it. Like, I'm innocent until proven guilty. Okay. I do have several issues on how they handled that case. And I know now that when something like that happens, that you should speak up and not keep quiet about it. I'm just wondering, like several women have come forward about being and inappropriately touched and being harassed by fellow co-workers, men at the job. You know, here's a man who was in our living room, like I said before, almost all the time. Here's a man in which we entrusted our children to see him on TV. I was one of those kids that used to see his show. I used to love how they, as a family, were quite different in their children too, and how they portrayed an African American family in a very good and positive light, by the way. Okay? So many of the shows that came out that I really liked a lot, that put a lot of work into trying to, put, the I should say the black community or the black people in good light, okay? Was Family Matters and The Cosby Show. And many others that, I'm just mentioning those because those were the ones that I used to watch. And also the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I mean? Like, and this was way back, like, okay, like, I'm also talking about moving on up to east. Yeah, okay. And then, you remember the, oh wow, there were a lot of them, okay? And they were coming out. And maybe back then in those days, it was really a stereotype kind of thing, but not really like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was not a stereotypical African American family, because as you see, they had issues just like everyone else, family issues, and it's just that they put them in a positive light, and also how the parents were raising the kids, and I liked all those shows. But here's a man who we saw almost every night, invited him to our home, encouraged our kids to see a show that was very in a positive light. And then, here goes a man that's doing very bad things, And when you do things, so that the public has a certain image of you, and then the public, finds out what you did, it's just quite a disappointment. A lot of what happened in this case, a lot of people are split on their opinion. Some people say, well, if this had been a white person who did this to several black women, the opinion and probably the sentencing would have been very different. Do I agree with that? Do I agree with what they say? Yeah. I know that what I'm saying sounds racist, but they really they wouldn't have crucified a white man Like, okay, for example, Weinstein, and I know that many people say that, he has a good lawyer and the lawyer is working at it and da 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 da. And okay, so what's the difference between him and Bill Cosby? A lot of women and a lot of actresses, they said that he was touching them Weinstein was touching them inappropriately. Okay, and he's not in jail. He's not in prison. He's not serving like any kind of years. And I know that a lot of the YouTubers here. Hi Susan. How you doing? Welcome to my to live with Maria. So a lot of people, may say, well, good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing okay. I'm here. I'm eating. I'm eating late because I was out these couple of days, having a good time. But also, I haven't been feeling well. I had a very bad migraine yesterday. But anyway, like I was saying before, Weinstein was touching these women inappropriately, and they were actresses, actually, young actresses that were saying, well, he was touching me inappropriately, and they felt uncomfortable in the way that they were being touched by him. And so I don't see how this case differs from Bill Cosby in the sense that, okay, he drugged the women that he had, these incidents with, you know, but Weinstein didn't drug any women. He actually was much of a pervert. Okay, and so I don't care the opinions of others. They're saying, well, he has a good lawyer, and the lawyer is trying to fix that, and da 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 da. So okay, everybody has a view on everything. If once you start saying that a man touched you inappropriately, and he's coming from from buka money, and that he's going to get a lawyer to clean his name and not to have him in prison. Okay, yes, he's can't do any more movies, and he's not like he used to be in the industry. He is blacklisted. Okay, doesn't mean anything to me because it's like he should really be in prison, just like Bill Cosby. So here's a split comments about, oh well, Bill Cosby should serve his time in what he did. And then there's another half that's saying that if he had been white, maybe that sentencing there would be no sentencing, that he would have gotten off very easy. But due to the fact that, the women did, gather, and they wanted him behind bars. So, he's going to serve 10 years in prison, if 3 years or 10, for what he did. Now, what do I think of it? It bothers me, yes, that I've been watching Bill Cosby like forever, and that now his image is tarnished and he can't rebuild that again, because every time in other words, nobody will ever sponsor him ever again. Nobody will ever want him to do a commercial with a child or even with a woman, because they say, well, his career is botched by what he did. Okay, and so it's always going to be and always remain in people's minds of what he did. Some people don't think that when they do something, they'll never get caught. And sadly enough, they do. They get caught. And like I said before, he ruined his career. He ruined his image if he did it, What is so mind-boggling to me is that he was working with a lot of, like Lisa Bonet, Felicia Rashad, and then that other his oldest daughter in the Cosby Show, and none of them claimed that he drugged them. And if they did, well, let me know, because I have not as of yet heard that. What I have heard is that the youngest, Rudy, who played Rudy, stood by him. And of course, she was very little when those things were happening. But those kinds of things really mark you for life. You can't change that. You can't regress back, and you can't go back to something like that. And also the fact that really Bill Cosby did not really come into his defense. Like, all he said was that he wasn't guilty of all the things that he's being accused of. But however, it still stands, and he will be serving time for it. Now, I really do want Weinstein to serve his time as well. And, I don't think it's fair that, they're making excuses for something that he did. They made an example of Bill Cosby. He did not get the house arrest he wanted. He wanted a house arrest. Okay. Very good. I didn't know that, but now I'm knowing it. I want to read your comment because I want to get this thing out of the way. I don't know how to. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Now, house arrest he wanted to get. Bill Cosby has it rough now. Weinstein is next. Curious to see what he gets. It's not fast enough, Susan. It's not fair. And yeah, I want to know the outcome of that, because I want to see what they're going to do with Weinstein. I'm going to say something to you. It also matters a lot of who you know. It also matters a lot about the money. And we're not going to say that Bill Cosby is not a successful black man, because that's not true. He is very successful. But now that this has happened, that he will not have anything. You know what I mean? And practically he ruined his life. Okay. I didn't know that about the house arrest. And now it's like, okay, should he have, do I think that he should have had the house arrest? You want me to be honest with you? Yes. I think that he should have had the house arrest, only because of one reason, because he's old. Where is Bill Cosby going to go, really? Where is he going to go? Like, if you really think about it, and I'm not saying that because that sounds bad, but what I'm trying to say is that it's going to be harder for him in prison. It's going to be, really hard for him in prison. And I guess that, yes, they did set an example to Bill Cosby. Okay, but they also set an example of Weinstein. Okay, and not make it the excuse because his case was different. His case was not any different, I feel, from Bill Cosby. A lot of the actresses that worked with Weinstein said that they had a lot of encounters with him, about him approaching them inappropriately. So what is the difference? Because he has more money, or because he's white? And, I feel like, yeah, if Bill Cosby would have been white, if he had said, well, look, I want a house arrest, they would have given it to him. But like you said, let's see what Weinstein gets. Let's see, because apparently he has a very good lawyer. And that's another thing too. If you have a good lawyer and you have money, I mean money, your chances are likely that you are going to get what you want. Most likely, okay? If you if you like what I'm trying to say, if you wet the hand, the right hand, so that you can slip by the how would I say it? The law, like some people get off by probation, some people get off by bail, and then there are some people who want house arrest. That's what I'm trying to say. And so, sometimes we have lawyers that if you give them enough money, they will help you out. So that's what I'm trying to say. And well, let's see what happens. He's old and he already has he has a tough in jail, just like, he's old and he'll tough in jail. The inmates threw food at him and he almost fell down the steps because they took his cane and shoelaces, and he's considered almost blind. I heard that. Yes, that I did hear. I know that yes, he's going blind, and that's what I'm trying to say. When you do something, and you have a wife, okay, and let's just say you have a wife and you have children, and all these things are coming back at you, is because most likely you've done something and karma is giving you back exactly what you deserve. So, yeah, I heard about that. I heard about, them taking away his cane and him falling. That I did hear. It's unfortunate that this has to be the example, that they have to set in order for his wife wasn't there when he got sentenced. Something? I'm gonna be honest with you, Susan. I wouldn't be there either. You know what I mean? Like, there's always gonna be a doubt. And even though you want to believe in that person who you've been married for years and never knew about it. Like, I could imagine how she feels at this moment, that she really believed in a person that was, that apparently she thought was a good man. Okay? So would I be in a sentencing of my husband, and that I knew that he had probably, put, medicine or whatever, stuff inside their, their drink? Well, no. Because you know what happens with that is that you start mistrusting. And then what happens is that, how many lies have this man has told me, and we've been living a lie all this time. And on top of that, I would also, me as a woman, I would be thinking to myself, did he at one point wanted to do that to me? Or did he ever do that to me at one point and I never knew it? Just like these ladies, you understand? What gets to me is that all these women came out now. He said, oh, and you see, I didn't know that either. Not that I don't like reading. I do like reading, but the problem is that I have very restricted vision, but I didn't know that. And so, yeah, I mean, not to pay them any more money is because probably he knew that he would lose the case. And since he lost the case, well, now it's time to pay the fees. It's going to be very hard, especially for, who I feel? I feel sorry for him because he lied to everyone. You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe he could have saved himself by saying that he feels the lawyers didn't help him. Well, you know something? It's like I said before. And he probably feels like that. I probably would have felt the same way too. Look, you didn't help me enough. And if he would have had sufficient money, I'm talking about big ass money. Like, I'm not saying he's not I'm not saying that he wasn't successful, but Bill Cosby wasn't working for a while. according to what I have seen. He hasn't worked for a while. And so we are talking about, big money here that lawyers want you to pay up. They want you to pay them good money in order to defend you. If he had stand a chance, if he had paid them good money, probably. But the thing is that I still believe in what I believe in, and nobody's going to take me out of that. I still say that if it had been a white man, the chances would have been greater of him not being in jail or in prison. Now, because he's a black man, and black men are always stereotyped. Yeah, if they like, it's so sad because yes, they stripped him of everything that he owned, and I believe that probably they did that because they wanted. I'm just saying, I don't really know because I haven't really read up on it, but I've heard from commentators that, I'm saying myself, not that anybody has said it, but probably they want to pay out these ladies for their grievances. You know what I mean? And so I think that it was because of that, that they wanted some money, and so they stripped him out of everything. So when he comes out, if he does ever come out alive, hopefully, I hope he does. I don't wish bad upon anyone, but I doubt it if Weinstein ever gets. I don't think Weinstein is going to get jail time. I agree with you on that, Susan. I don't think Weinstein is going to get jail time. But I do tell you one thing. They're going to fuck him up. They're going to hurt him in the pocket because I don't think. Yeah, neither do I. I don't think that he's going to have jail time like Bill Cosby. But I do believe that they will A-list him. Okay, because there are people who have more money than he does, and there are people who have more power than he does, and so I don't think anyone from Hollywood would ever work with Weinstein again. He's gone, like he's blacklisted, and he's gone. He can never work with any other freaking producer unless they have like mine, like they have the same mentality, which I highly doubt. But yeah, that will probably be his karma, that he will never work ever again in the film industry ever again. So they'll mess him up in that way. You know that he can't go into any freaking restaurant or outside because right away they will follow him and ask him freaking questions, and they will harass him because he did what he did and he knows that he did it. And so, for him to be outside and, and to show his face, he's an idiot. I know that happened one time, and TMZ practically chased him down the street when he was out with a friend of his, I don't know what. And so anyway, they were asking him questions. Did you do this? Did you do that? And, why did you do it? And so, yeah. No, he has no more privacy. No more. He has no more privacy. That shit went out the door once they found out, and once those women started talking, and the co-workers and the actresses started talking about Weinstein, they messed him up really good, because let me tell you, he may not have jail time, and this is true. I do strongly believe that he will not have jail time, but that his life will be really fucked up. I'm sorry, excuse my language. It will be. It will be fucked up. He will never have a job ever again. Nobody is going to hire somebody who sexually harasses women, or touches women inappropriately. And no woman is going to want to work, of course, with somebody who's like that, especially an actress. So, oh no, yeah, for answers? Psst, come on. TMZ is like, they'll get right in your face, and they will not stop following you. Did you hear about what happened with Kanye West? about the interview that he had, Larry, I don't even know what the hell his name is. He had a little interview with Kanye West, and Kanye West, he, for a split second, knew in his mind that he had messed up big time. So he was asking him questions about the president, and if, he asked him, for respect out of other people that, are not for Trump, to take off the hat. And so Larry, I think that's his name, is nailed him really good on a question that he asked him. And I saw the interview today. I saw a little, like I always say, it's a clip, like I always watch little clips of it, but I actually do watch like very little of it. Because like I said, if I had my glasses, I could see better and I can watch it, but my vision gets really tired. Yeah, like I think that he's artistically crazy. That's what I think. I think he's artistically crazy. And that yes, I do believe that the man is highly intelligent. And that's why he's a little bit off, in regards to the way he thinks. I am not for Kanye West, really. I'm not a really big fan of his. My glasses. Oh my God. You're not going to believe what happened to my glasses, Susan. I was the other day out, right? And I was like, hey, yeah, I was like dancing and everything. And all of a sudden, because I wanted to fix my nails, you see that my nails are all messed up because I had my acetate inside my purse. And I put it inside my purse, but what I didn't know was that it was dripping on my glasses. And so now I have all this white acetate on my glasses. And so now I don't have any glasses. But a friend of mine solved the problem by putting black magic marker, and he just went over it, and he said, well, do this for now because the glass, you won't be able to see that well, but try to put it on so that, when you have, or when you're reading something, you can at least see just a little bit. So I didn't put on my glasses. I should have put on my glasses. I should be putting on my glasses. And I'm going to be making an appointment pretty soon to get glasses, but unfortunately, I don't have my glasses, and that's all due because of me. So, yeah, but I'm not a big Kanye West fan. Yeah, I was like, da, 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 da. I was really dancing, and yeah. I even lost my phone. This is my phone, but I lost it for a while at the Encore Beach, and I was at a block party there. And while I was dancing and taking pictures, and bam, lost my phone. Wouldn't you know I lost? Yeah, I know I'm crazy. My phone. Girl, I lost my phone, and my other friend was like, Maria, where did you put your phone? Well, I don't remember where I put my phone. She says, oh no. I had my other friend, Deborah, and she says like, well, we're going to look for your phone. I was like, I'm ready to give up. Like, I was like, okay, well, we ain't going to find that phone because, people are just going to find the phone and they're going to take it and that's it. Well, finally, the staff got my phone, and the person that had my phone, my friend had to threaten them and say, look, bring back the phone because this phone is from a disabled person and that person needs the phone. And if you don't get the phone, we are going to have you arrested. Okay. To make a long story short, one of the security guards came up to me. He said, okay, is this your phone? I said, yeah, that's my phone. He said, okay, ma'am, we need you to take your phone and see if you know the code to this phone. So when I opened my phone, because he wanted me to open my phone with the code, bam, the phone opened up. Everything was okay. Got my phone back. Ta-da. But if it had not been for my friends that night, that I had not been with my friends, I would have never had my phone. I would have not had my phone because I would have given up and I would have said, okay, that's it. I'm not going to get my phone back, but because my friends were so nice enough to, like keep diligently, like calling the person, that finally they got my phone. But yes, you're right. I am crazy. That's me. I mean, When I go out, girl, I mean, I go out. I go out, I start drinking, and I can't have not one drink because I'm very light. I'm very, very light. And so, girl, thank goodness, my friends were saying to me, girl, you were talking so much. I was like, I was? They say, yep. So yeah, they're such good friends that they brought me back home. They decided to bring me back home, and I was okay. So yeah, that is a new one, Susan. You love to hang out, and I think that's great. Do you, girl? I'm glad you got your phone. You have a great friend. I see you party. Yeah, man, I love to party. I love to dance. I love to have a good time. Yesterday I went to the LV Healing Garden, and that was what was it? It was on Sunday. Sorry, not yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. Was it yesterday? Anyway, one of those days. Monday, it was either Sunday or Monday. Okay, so anyway, I went to the LV Magic Healing Garden. Oh my God! And it was so sad. I I almost literally cried because that was so sad. The Healing Garden is a memorial. There was a memorial for the 58 victims that died on October 1st of 2017 last year, when a gunman came and started shooting crazy, started shooting outside from high up from the Mandalay Bay Casino Resort, and he injured several people, not several, but a lot of people. But he also killed 58 people, including himself. And so that memorial that they did was for the 58 victims that died on October 1st of 2017, and they had like a little ceremony, and they had like a little tribute for the 58 victims, and they had like a candle vigil for the 58 victims. I have a video that I'm gonna be putting up here on YouTube, because there you will see that in the ceremony, they light up 58 candles, and there's nothing wrong with that. I wish I was your neighbor. I would be right there. I didn't see that. Wait a minute. Oh my God, girl. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'll be there with you. Oh my God, that was shooting people from the. Yeah, he was shooting people from the Mandalay Bay. And I just don't know how he managed to bring in so many ammunition and so many rifles in there. I don't know how he passed security with all of and security didn't even notice. My friend was inside the casino. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, that was so sad. I'm telling you, there was this one lady that was crying there, and she was like crying, and I believe that she was a mother who lost a child because of the way that she was crying. And I just felt so bad that I had, we as social media, we have to maintain a certain impersonal relationship with people, so that we can do the reporting. I'm not I'm not a professional social media. I just started this, but I have a friend who has been working in the social media industry for a long time, and she brings me along. You have to put that video up, Maria. I would love to. Oh, yes, I am definitely going to put it up for you and for my other viewers. I'm going to put it up, I promise you. And I'm going to do that tonight. I'm not going to wait to do it the next day. I'll forget. But I'm going to put it up so all of you could see it, because I think that, not only Las Vegas people should see it, but also people from other countries. Yeah, there were 58 white candles in memoriam to the 58 people that died in that day. And they also had like each individual tree with pictures of the victims and what they liked and what people have put there, each time that someone goes there and they put something, this year they put like a collage of roses for the victims, and they put rocks, a love purple rock with each of the names. I don't know if the names were of the victims or from the people that you know, who gave out these displays of rocks. By the way, I got something to show you. If I still have it, I have something to show you. I knew it because I'm never prepared, but it's so cute. I have to show you. Wait, don't go. Don't go. I'm right here. Okay. Now, Susan, I hope you're still there. You see these little angels? They were giving this out for free. I have two of them. They were giving that out at the memorial, and they were giving it out to people, to people like me and my friend who showed up at the memorial. Yes, I'm going to show you the other one that I have. And these are angels, okay? These are angels. And they had different ones. And they have, of course, the little card. I'm going to show it to you right now. I have one red and one blue. Okay, these are little angels. And this is made. It was made by, I think it's made by these two ladies that do this. If you can see the picture, I'm going to try and see if I can, bring up some pictures and of course, the video, okay? I have pictures up there of myself. So, yeah. So, these are very cute. And so this, they were giving it out to people who went to the memorial, and so very beautiful. So here's the card, and it's, if you can read it, it says, Vegas strong in, wait a minute, in coming, wait a minute, okay, because I was trying to read it, but it says, okay, Vegas strong, I was reading it from the bottom up, okay. So it says, we will never forget this, this angel is given, okay. This angel is given in loving memory, in comfort and encouragement. And so if you want an angel like this, I don't know how much it is, but if you want an angel, it's called angelsoflove.org. Angelsoflove.org. I mean, if you want to order an angel, it's www.angelsoflove.org. And so, yeah, it's here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And it says it's not a toy, and this is not for children. And so they say keep it away from children because of the small little part of little things that they have. So yeah, so these are so cute. I really love them. And the angels are they are so beautifully made, aren't they? It's so, I so love the way they are made. It's so beautiful. I mean, really, they are. So if you want one, you can purchase. I don't know how much they cost. I don't know, but again, if you want to purchase it, or you want to even look at it online, you can. It's called www.angelsoflove.org. Okay, www.angelsoflove.org. Okay, so that is, very special and very beautiful. And I will put up that video because, it was a very special and it was really quite moving. The memorial was quite moving, and yeah, it touched many, many people. I will definitely look it up. I wrote it down. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, absolutely. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's really beautiful. I mean, really it is. So it's worth looking at. And you can even put it and oh, by the way, I forgot to show you. It stands. So if you want to stand it on a nightstand, I'm going to put it down the thing. You can see it. Very messy table. Sorry. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Wait a minute. I'm going to show you right now, okay? Don't go away, all right? Wait. You'll see my messy table. You'll see my messy table. Wait a minute. Yeah, just for the cause, I know. I agree. There, and it stands. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Oh, dear. Well, that's the angel right there. Wait a minute, let me move it closer. No, it's really cute. I mean, I didn't expect it to be this cute. When I opened it up, I was like, oh, wow, this is so cute. Yeah, look at that. It's really beautiful. I really, really love it. It's quite amazing to look at. Look at that. It has such vibrancy, and it's so beautiful. One is with, of course, you can order different ones. You can order a heart. You can order whatever color you want. And I have the blue one, which is cute too. See the blue one? It's very cute. See? And you can make it out of a necklace if you want, you know what I mean? But I highly doubt it but if you want to make it out of it, you can. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that, And yeah, I didn't think that, that so many people would show up, but a lot of people showed up. A lot of people showed up for that. Yes, they do. They do have different ones. They're not all the same. They're not all the same. They have a lot of them. Okay. So I don't know if they do personalized ones. I'm almost, I'm going to look into the website, and you can look at it too. If you want it again, I could still give it to you. And I know that you wrote it down, but you could, you can look into it. And I think that they do just personal ones. I do believe that they probably would if you asked. But yeah, they're very beautiful. Sure, absolutely, yes. While I eat my shrimp and rice. I don't even know what time it is. It don't matter. 9:08. Woo! 9:08. Woo! So I'm thinking of doing a vlog. Shut up, Colby. Be quiet. Thinking of doing a vlog. I do believe that the vlogs are very difficult to do, because you have to show like every moment of your day. I think it's going to be very hard for me to do a vlog. I've heard a lot of people say that they've done vlogs and they don't like it because you have to keep at it, like, once you do it, you have to do like the whole day. Now, I don't got time for that. I don't got no time to be doing no vlogs for the whole day, but it sounds very interesting, So, yeah, I might do it. Just for the heck of it, I might do a vlog to see what will happen. I see that, like a lot of people are doing vlogs. You know, and that would be nice if you guys would know what I'm doing during the day. So I might do that. You know. So, right now I'm eating. That's part of my life. I just wanted to give a big shout out to all my viewers. Susan is very religiously been following me, and I thank her very much. I'm very surprised that Rodolfo is not here. He's usually here with Susan, but he's not here. He's not here tonight, which is kind of weird. Because he was looking at my videos last night. That's the shortest video, Maria, that I have seen. I put up a video of about when I was at the Encore and they were giving out like free donuts and stuff like that. And he's like the owner of the bakery, the pastries. And so he was, giving out free donuts, and I recorded it. And I put it up on YouTube, on my channel. And Rodolfo comes and he writes to me this morning and he says, "That's like the shortest video I've ever seen, Maria." No, I know he likes me, but today he's not. Dude is not here today. I'm quite upset about that. So I'm very happy that at least you came and pulled through. Yeah, but no, I don't know what happened to Rodolfo. I put up a video, right? Free donuts. They were giving free donuts at the block party at the Encore Beach, and I videotaped him, and he's like, I put it up on my YouTube page. Rodolfo called, like he texted me this morning. He's like, "Wow, like that's the most longest video, Maria, I've ever seen." It's like the shortest video, of course. That's what he meant. And he says, "But I promise you, I'll watch it." But he's so funny. The way that he said it, I'm not even making it funny. I don't have a good sense of humor. Yeah, I know that. And you know what? I am so like I said, I have like 15 views. And out of all the 15, you are the only two that I have seen so far. No, not true. Lady J has been following me. Okay? And I heard from her today. So I am also giving a shout out to Lady J because she has been following me. So I thank her also. I thank you, Susan Thomas, Rodolfo Santiago, even though he's not here, and Lady J. That's the three already that I know that have been following me religiously. And and another one too. I forgot. Julie something her name is. So that's the fourth one. Her name is Julie. So I haven't seen Julie, and I haven't seen Lady J, and I haven't seen Rodolfo, but I have seen you. Okay, Susan? So, all right. Susan is my sister. You're my sister. I'm going to I forgot to say. I've been hearing in the YouTube channels that they say, we're going to do a vlog. Like, I want to do a vlog. But it's very hard to do vlogs because you have to keep up with vlogs. Like, okay. Mighty Duck? I don't know if you know Mighty Duck, and also Jessica the Prankster. Well, I follow them, and they do vlogs. Okay. Like Mighty Duck, I really like Mighty Duck's oh my goodness, I can't pronounce it. Capitulation, whatever you call it. Compilation. Okay, whatever you call that. I'm really bad with words. So anyway, he's like, yeah, I like doing vlogs, and, they have Skunky who does vlogs, and then his sister does vlogs, and then his wife does vlogs, and, like that, okay, of their family. Well, I don't really have a family. I have like my two dogs and just me. So I wouldn't know what the freak to vlog about. You know, like my shit is like really not very exciting. I don't have a really exciting life. So like every time I go out, for on now, like when I go out to, okay, like let's say I go out somewhere. Like let's say if I go out tomorrow, I'm gonna do a vlog just to see how many people tune into my vlog. I mean, and you don't really need to tune into the vlog. I mean, really, you don't. I mean, people are not going to follow you, while you're doing the vlog. But when you put up the video, let's see how many people actually like your vlog, and see how interesting that goes. But vlogs are basically very hard to do. They're very, very, very hard to do. Question I have. How did you decide that you wanted to do YouTube? How do you, ooh, that's a very good question. I'm going to tell you. Wait, let me read the whole thing. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer you. Question: How did you decide that you wanted to do YouTube? How do you get started with that? You have to get permission for that. Maria, you talk about interesting topics. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Okay, how did I, okay, this was actually YouTube. I didn't know how to use YouTube. Okay, before I didn't know how to use YouTube. All of a sudden, she's still my friend. I mean, I shouldn't say I had a friend. I have a friend who introduced me to her show, and I was on her show. But then something occurred, which I won't get into because it was personal and it had nothing to do with her. It had nothing to do with her. Nothing at all. It had to do something that happened to me personally. And so, okay, let me fix this. All right, got it. Even though it looks crooked, but still, at least I have it set up. Okay. So she introduced me to her show, and I was working in her show. Her show she was also a YouTuber, but she also has a separate show, and she's very well set up. Let me just put it like that. She's very well set up. She let me work at her show. It was short-termed, I left, and not by my own decision, but okay, I was let go. So, but I thank her because she opened the door for me to make a show of my own. And so when I left that show, I decided to, well, I had her name because she had given me the title Live Maria's World. That's how I started. My first show used to be called Live Maria's World. And then I started YouTube, but I didn't know how to use YouTube. And I've only been in YouTube like for a few months. I'm not even, I'm just a rookie at this. So how I started was that I started looking at other YouTubers on how they do things. And then I said to myself, well, you know what? I'm going to start doing it. And so instead of saying live with Maria, which now I want to do live with Maria, but I want to do it in a way that now it's like, I want to do it like late night, but I know that people are not awake, or, certain people won't be awake for a late night. So, but still, I'm still going to do it. So, how do you get started is all you have to do is just put an account. You put an account under your name. Okay. And, if you have a Google Play, okay, like it's an app, okay, and you download YouTube, but if you have it on your phone, all you have to do is just make an account, okay, and just start your own YouTube, and they, on whatever you want, on whatever subject you want, whatever you feel is important to you, whatever, like my causes, like on my Mawipa social media, I state on my YouTube channel that I care for the community. My services are about helping the community, helping the veterans, helping the homeless, and though I haven't done that, but I have done that on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to places, and that's why I want to stop vlogging. Like, I'll go to places, and I'll do a charity, and I'll do a fundraiser, or I'll do, some kind of like about 2 months ago, I did a fundraiser for a lip syncing fundraiser, and so that's for community. Anything that happens in the community, I bring out in my page. I try to put it on my page so that the community can know about it, and they can, go and, go to those events. I'm also a promoter. I promote events. Like I'll promote an event that I really like, or I'll promote it on my page on my Weepa social media. Since I cannot do that on YouTube, I can only do me. I'm talking about me. I won't try to promote anything that sells, because YouTube does not permit that. But when, you can have your own channel, and you can also have your own YouTube channel by having an account with YouTube. And that's how you become a YouTube. You don't need permission to have YouTube. All you need is just YouTube, and try to follow their guidelines. You know what I mean? Just follow their guidelines, because they do have guidelines and they do have rules. There are a lot of rules with the right name yeah, like I have my Weepa social media. And I do have Maria Almanzar. It has my name, Maria Alman, Weepa social media, Maria Almanzar. And yes, I do. I think there was only one time that I, was reprimanded because I used and it's called an R&B, and they were doing an event, and they had a page, but I didn't know. I'm not embarrassed to say it either, because I know I did it innocently. I didn't do it on purpose. And so they wrote back to me, and they said, well, if you're trying to get viewers to, to follow that page, we will immediately reprimand you for that, and you will no longer have an account with us. So I try very hard not to put up stuff that sells or tries to deviate from YouTube. So I decided that instead of trying to put stuff to advertise other people's merchandise or stuff like that, which you got to be really careful, and they don't let you do that, I said to myself, well, now that I have a show and it's called Live Maria's World, I'll do that. And so that's what I started doing. And I started doing it by going to places like nightclubs, and I started recording, and then I would put it up and see how many viewers I would get. I would get like 4 views or 5. And now it's up there, it's getting, pretty good. I mean, I can't complain, because me being a beginner, I should be very happy that people are even viewing my videos, compared to to YouTubers that have been on YouTube for years, and they get like 2Ks or 3, you know what I'm saying? They get like really, like the 3Ks, 1 millions, like that, like, wow, like, I don't think I'll ever get to that level. But, I won't give this up, because I really like it. And even though I don't know basically what I'm talking about, I'll just do whatever freaking random stuff, that comes into my brain. If I even have a brain, there's something I think that I don't have a brain, but I do. But what I'm trying to say is that that's how I started. And you don't need to have any knowledge, what I'm trying to say is that you don't need any experience in this. You just talk through a camera, and you talk whatever you want to talk about, like how I started was with Junior, with Junior's death. That was my first video, my actually first video, actually talking about his death. And that's when I actually got on. And then my second one was about a Kenya girl named Kamandi, and she was a beauty queen pageant. And I did a report on that. I did a video on that. And then I started looking at the other YouTubers, and that they had like I don't get paid for it, because I'm just a rookie. I'm just new at this. So really, I really don't give a damn if I get paid or not. As long as I have viewers. If I have viewers, that's fine. If I don't, I don't. I don't try to make a big deal out of it. Did you ever come across other YouTubers that, let me see, because these, I don't know why they come out so, like, these messages, they don't. Do you ever come across with other YouTubers that don't want you to have your own opinion and they want you to agree with them? Yeah, I have, as a matter of fact. Names, yes, I did have one YouTuber that I went to her. It's a her. I went to her page and I gave an opinion about something. I totally forgot. That's how I felt that it probably wasn't that important that, that she had to respond the way that she did. But anyway, and I had my opinion about it. And she didn't like it, and she deleted my comment. Actually, it had to do something about Junior. And so I gave my opinion on it, and she felt like my opinion was too weak. Like, oh, you gotta come, you gotta come back stronger than that. And so I did, but I didn't agree with what she particularly had to say, because you have to understand that when you are a YouTuber, you're here to give out, your opinions, but also if I was on her page. So I wasn't about to disrespect and say, well, F you and stuff like that, because I was on her page. I did go on her page. And I gave her respect in the fact that I didn't mention her name. I don't like mentioning names, but I felt very strong in my opinion. I felt like what she had, her material is not bad material, and actually she gives out good content. But I felt like if you don't agree with what she says or what she presents on her page, and you don't necessarily agree with it, she will automatically will give you the attitude, or she'll block you, or it's just those kind of things. That there are people who are like that, that if you don't agree with what they say, or they don't like what you have to say, they will block you. It's her page. She can do whatever she wants. I had that experience, and they had the nerve to be, were they nasty to you? Usually they are. Oh, wait. I had that experience too, and they had the nerve to say, to get nasty. It probably was Witchy. She's good for that. Well, yeah, it was her, but I'm not her enemy. It's not like I'm not her enemy. I'm not somebody. I don't like to confront people, like, okay, she has her opinion. I respect everyone's opinion, and like I said before, if I'm on your page, I'm not going to necessarily go and say nasty things to you on your page. I will go on my page and I will say, well, look, this is how I felt. And I felt like if I didn't agree with your opinion, then, like, like I have to apologize for how I feel and my opinion, then I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to be scared to go on her page and fear that I'm going to be deleted because I don't agree on certain topics, or I don't agree with her opinion or her certain beliefs. Okay, so though she does bring good content, and I'm not gonna down her on that, because she actually does bring good content, and she likes stuff that are most likely conspiracy related. So, I like those kind of things. But, if you don't agree to what she says, she will delete you. Like, she will, if she doesn't like what you say, or you don't necessarily agree with her content, or you don't agree with what she says, or what she has to offer opinion wise, I feel like, whoa, like, I have an opinion, you have an opinion, and sometimes people will not see eye to eye with what you have to say. And some people, even though they see your content, they will have an opinion about it. Not all people who are on your page are going to like what you have to say, or they're not going to like what you have put out there. And so you're going to have people who are going to love your content, and then you're going to have the haters that are just going to hate what you have to say or your content. On the other hand, I don't try to burn bridges because I'm new here. And so, like, do I particularly go into her page a lot? No, I don't. Yeah, she's like, I feel like she really has gone to the point about, certain subjects that are probably not on point, but they make you think, you know, I respect her opinion. Okay. And yeah, there are a lot of people that, may not follow her. I don't know if they do. I'm not really interested in whether they do follow her or don't follow her. She's been having followers way before I came along. But like I said before, you're going to have a lot of people that will not like your content. You're going to have a lot of people who will feel slight offended about content that you put out there that are very, very sensitive. So when you are on a certain topic, and you have to be careful, because you have to realize that certain people will get on you for that. Like, I've noticed that, and usually I learned that from another lady that I follow, which I totally love the way that she is. But there are a lot of them that I like, that I follow, you know. But she in part, I try to be very careful when I try to look into her page, because I usually do. I try to be very careful. I have never, ever since that day, I never opinionated about her her stuff, because she feels a certain way, and she feels like if you don't agree with what she says, you will be blocked from her. You will actually be blocked. And I feel very, very careful about that. I also I also feel me. Go Lightly is all over the place too. One time I asked her, was she drunk? Well, she says that she had Bell Palsy, I think is what it's called. And her, I understand. I can't speak bad about her, because I follow her. I mean, I follow her material. I actually follow her, and I actually give opinion. You know who else I like? Erica Fuller. I like Erica Fuller. I also like Martin Fernandez, who always has his shit is the bomb. If you haven't heard Martin Fernandez, his shit is the bomb. I really like that dude. He's like, he gets to the point, and he really doesn't give two fucks about whether his followers, like, you can give an opinion. He will not, he's very neutral. He will not say, well, like, I don't like what you have to say, and you have to have a stronger comeback or clap back, but she, Go Lightly, she's very straight. She's very to the point, and she's, like, bam, she'll she'll make it clear, like, I'm not drunk. I don't know how many times I have to tell you people that I'm not drunk, but she's very straightforward. I like her because she's very straight, and she's not actually the kind of person that will hold back names. She will actually go out there and real use her. I love Erica Fuller. I followed her, and I recently followed her on her trip to Mexico. Girl, I love her. I just love the way she is. She's one of those people that's always changing her style. And I also saw her when Junior got murdered. And she was actually the first one that I saw. She was actually the first one that popped up. Yeah, man. Oh my God. Beautiful. And I mean, I love her videos because she's always has something new to say. She's very, I really like, I'm into Erica Fuller and her stuff. Martin Fernandez, I'm into his shit. I mean, that guy, Martin Fernandez, Go and, go into his. I don't know if you ever seen his videos. Oh my Lord. He's actually very good. He should actually be a reporter. He's actually very, very good. He covered the junior case, the junior story. Sorry, he followed the junior story, and he was on point, on point, on point, on point in trying to give out good information. He's good. See, I'm not that good. I just started this, and I feel like I will never get to that point where I'm that, like they are really professionals at what they do. And sometimes you don't really have to be a professional. It's just a certain way of you being, you have a certain way of coming out to people, like you have to have that special, kind of relationship with your audience, so that, they could see what kind of person you are. Like, I'm basically off camera, I'm basically a very quiet person. I love having fun because that's my thing. I mean, I live life, I live my life, and I'm single, and I want to remain single. That's my prerogative. And so, certain things about certain people on YouTube that have a certain kind of personality, that the energy is good, and then there are some that have their energy that is not so good. Huh. Oh, oh, I love you too, Susan. I love you too. You're so sweet. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the kind words. Please, you have to follow Martin Fernandez. You have to follow Martin Fernandez. He has a broken Spanish accent. I think he's Puerto Rican. He's good. He's very, very good. I hope to be like him when I grow up, because he's very thorough in his stories. I love talking to you too. I really do. Like, I really, please believe me when I say that I appreciate that you are here with me. You know, we probably do have a lot of things in common. We probably do have a lot of things in common. I have a birthday coming up. October 21st is my birthday. October 21st is my birthday. Da-na-na-na-na. Today is your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na. Not today. It's on the 21st of October. I am a Halloween baby all the way. I love that. I love my Halloween. I love seeing scary movies. Oh, I love seeing scary movies. I can't wait till Halloween comes out. Can't wait, because I've been long waiting for another Halloween to come out. I'm going to be in the Halloween parade, and I'm going to vlog that. I'm going to try and see if I can vlog. I don't think I'm going to be a good vlogger, but I'm going to try and see if I can vlog. I don't think I'm going to be able to do vlogging, because you have to, and the way they do it is kind of cool, because they do it and they split, like they do a split. Anything new with the junior story? Yes. Have you seen his mother? His mother has shown some artwork from people who have been sending her artwork from different places that have created portraits of Junior. And so she's seen that. I heard a part 6 of Pix 11 on Junior, and it was about his academy, about the academy and the school that he went to. He was very much into basketball, and he was supposed to be into some kind of team or something like that. I'm not sure, but I did see it. And his teacher had was telling a story about Junior, and that Junior came up to him and he saw that Junior was quite interested in basketball. And I think that he wanted to, either he was in a basketball team or wanted to be in a basketball team. And he was, Junior was telling him that, he was doing some exercise, and Junior had shown him how buffed he thought he was. Says that Junior was a very bright kid, very happy kid, and that he was very well liked in his school, very well liked. They had also some kind of thing that they said that he had worn a uniform in that academy, almost like a CNA or nursing something uniforms, just uniforms that he was wearing, and that he was very well liked by his peers. I have to look into that because I found that very interesting, and it was actually on Pix 11 by Mary Murphy, and she had interviewed him, that teacher. Yeah, that video, I want to see it over again because when I see videos, I have to take a break. So when I say clippings, believe me, that I'm actually telling everyone the truth. I actually have to see them by little clips. When I saw the Junior story, they did that they have a Junior story in Univision. I think they did I saw that and I don't like it. I know I'm Latina, but I didn't like the way they depicted the characters, and I don't think that's right. I think it's very disrespectful to be having a little documentary about Junior, because he's only been dead like for 3 or 4 months. It's going to be 3 months already, and 4 months, excuse me, maybe 5. I think it was 4 months. And I think it's kind of like disrespectful to be making a documentary about a child who never really lived his life. I mean, he was only 15. What can you possibly talk about a 15-year-old? You can't talk much about a 15-year-old. The fact of the matter is that I've always made my opinion clear. I made one video about Jason. I think we spoke about this last time. I felt very strongly that Jason was asking Junior for $5, and it was $5 to smoke weed. And I'm asking my audience that, I also went to other YouTube pages and I gave my opinion again. And I said that I don't know what a 15-year-old would be doing hanging around with a 15-year-old. And why would you be asking a 15-year-old for $5 to smoke weed? Did you not have a job, Jason? Because you're older. I mean, the age difference. And why, couldn't your mom give you $5? Couldn't anyone else give you those $5? But yet this child chose to do him a favor in which he didn't have to do. Jason, I know now that he frequently went to Junior's house and that his mother used to help Jason out quite a bit. Even though Genesis and him were dating and going out with each other. I don't know this Jason character. I do believe half of what he says, but about the weed thing, I just find it very difficult in my head that why would you be hanging out and asking a 15-year-old for $5 to bring you when you're 20 years old? There's a problem with that. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm not really I'm not really I'm not feeling the story that he said. You're 20 and you're asking a 15-year-old for $5, but here you are, you're asking him to get out of his house, out of his comfort, to go and see a movie is way too soon to be talking about a 15-year-old who just recently died and got killed. They even picked characters to play the part when the story first came out, and he said he needed $5 to eat. I asked myself, don't he work? Yeah, doesn't he work? Like, dude, don't you work? What possessed you to ask a 5-year-old for, and it wasn't even to eat. He had stated in the Pix 11 that it was for smoking weed. Okay, so it wasn't even to eat. So why would you ask a 5-year-old to go out to give you $5 for you to smoke weed? Like, why would you do that? Like, okay, like this child was inside his home and he actually came out to give you $5. Like, why couldn't you go to, like the thing is to me is like, okay, how many times have Jason has not been to Junior's house? And that's, this is not what people are not catching on to, because I'm actually I'm an observer. I sit down and I actually listen to things. How many times has Jason not been to Junior's house? I'm sure that many times, because wasn't he Genesis' boyfriend? Many times, okay? Because I'm almost positive that Jason visited, and his mom said it herself that she used to help Jason out, okay? So how many times did he visit that house? All of a sudden, that night, Jason couldn't go and pick up the $5. That night, Junior had to come out of his house to bring Jason $5 for him to smoke weed. How many times has he not visited that house? Why that night? Why did Junior have to come out that specific night to go bring $5 to Jason? I don't get that. A movie. Now to turn around, he wanted it for weed. Oh yeah, he wanted it for weed. And you're so right. Why are you asking a 15-year-old? That's why everybody thinks Jason set him up. Jason set him up. And that is a set, and that was, and like I said, to go lightly, that was no mistaken identity. That was no mistake. As of yet, I still want to hear about the kid that they mistaken him for, which me personally, I've always said it from day one. That kid looked nothing like Junior. That kid looks, I don't know where people have come out to say that kid looks like Junior. Kid don't look like Junior. How long has Junior been living in that neighborhood? It's more than 15 years that Junior has been living in that neighborhood, because I do believe I do believe that Genesis is like 17 or 18. Okay, they grew up in that neighborhood, okay? Because I see in Instagram I see pictures of Genesis, and they show pictures of them when they were little babies. Junior was a baby, and of course she looks like she no more than 3 or 4 years old when she was little. So I'm saying to myself, they have been living in that neighborhood for years, okay? All of a sudden now it's a mistaken identity, and all of a sudden Jason, he couldn't pick up the $5. He had to say to Junior, come and that's what it doesn't sound right. You're a 20-year-old, you're an adult, and you couldn't step out of your house to go get if you needed it so badly, you should have stepped out of your house to get those $5, because Junior wasn't the one who needed the $5. It was Jason who needed the $5. It wasn't Junior who needed the $5. It was Jason who needed the $5. Like Jason, and she swears by it that he had nothing to do with her son's murder, but he is responsible. She probably doesn't want to accept the fact that her son was involved with kids that were not good. They have, today I saw a video, because I keep on seeing videos popping up about Junior, and that Junior was involved in gangs. And that kid was not involved in gangs. And if you really see the videos that he is in, just because a lot of people were starting to point fingers and say, oh, well, he smoked hookah, and, he would most probably he was involved with gangs. Well, guess what? Not everybody who smokes hookah is in a gang. A lot of people smoke hookah and it's for recreational reasons. It has nothing to do with you being in a gang. Okay? That kid was too innocent, even by the way that that kid, he hung out, he was practically with his mom all the time. And, it's just that the difference between Esaid Hoke's stabbing, which he was stabbed. This is another kid that was stabbed before Junior's death. He was stabbed like more than 10 times and he lost the liver. The difference between that is that a lady that had passed by saw that Esaid Hoke was being stabbed brutally, almost to death. And that if that lady had not come and intervene when the gangs left, she picked him up and she took him to the hospital, according to what they say. Is that when you see the video, you see that there are a bunch of young kids his age. Now, Esaid Hoke had an issue with one of his girlfriends, and so he had issues with one of the kids that were involved in the gang of the Trinitarios, and that's why he was stabbed. Then you have Junior, who was brutally macheted, and his last fatal wound was his neck wound. And you see that these are all men. None of them are children. And that's what I find so frightening, is that though it wasn't a mistaken identity like they say, none of those that were in the beginning, like Estefania Estacio and that other kid who's also named Jason, by the way, didn't, they haven't questioned them. Now, when you see Pix 11 today, I want you to go back and you see that he had a best friend and she has classes. She's all over the Instagram also, and he was best friends with her. According to what they say on Pix 11, Junior went also that night to see a girl that he really liked. And so he never made it to her house. So I find all of this like kind of weird. That I don't find weird that Junior liked a girl and he was out to go and visit her, but I also find it kind of strange also that his, that, yeah, it's coming on, October 25th. Yeah, they're all men. None of them are teenagers. None of those are they're all men. All that chased Junior were men. They were adults. None of them are of his age. None of them. I don't care if they're 19 years old. Once you are 19, you are, you know what you're doing. But none of those that were in the beginning when they said that, about the video that went viral, the cops never mentioned that again. None of those people were ever questioned. So we have a lot, like the night that Junior got stabbed and they gave him the fatal wound, he went back into the bodega and he was pleading for help, and then he was asking for water to please give him water. I find it also very strange that one of the customers there was so concerned about buying potato chips and a soda, and that he waived the money to the bodeguero, to the owner. And the owner, so, like nothing, he took the money, and the money was more important than the life that just came in. You know what? When you see that video, it's very hard for me to see. I have not since yet ever seen that video again because I don't want to see it. You see, as he's handing him the money, you also see blood all over the counter. And I'm asking myself this question. That man that was so desperate to buy his potato chips and soda was so important to him that he so like nothing, he passed him the money. And to me, like I felt like something went down in my chest and I said, oh my God, like
How can you actually accept that money knowing that that kid went inside and asked for help and you took that fucking money and you didn't care to even close down and say to that man, sir, I don't want the money. I don't want anything. I just want to take care of this kid. But instead, business was as usual. And the nerve for him to go up after he made that sale, he had the nerve to go up and close the door after the customer left. So it was more important to him to make the dollar than to save a life. And that's why I take it so hard because I don't have children and I don't, but I took that as this is blood money and I'm giving you that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because that counter was full of blood on that freaking counter. And yet it didn't bother him to see that blood on his counter. It didn't bother him to see the blood on the floor. He just walked by it like nothing and he closed it. I don't understand that. That's why when I talk about Junior, I go crazy. I go like, I lose it. And I'm not even the mother of that child. And regardless of, let's just say if Junior was in a gang, if he was, so what? Like, okay, he was in a gang. Let's just say if he was. Did that give them the right to kill that boy the way they did? They were really out to set to kill that boy. They were really out to really, really, really kill him. And so that's what I have to say about that. I have so many other opinions about that. But yeah, it's about the trial, and you're absolutely right. The 25th, it's about the trial, but on the 25th, there'll also be like a silent walk from the courthouse to 183rd, and where Junior was brutally murdered by the gangs. So that I think that this is a silent walk. I guess it's in memory of Junior, and I hope that these men will get life in prison. I'm hoping in my heart that this won't end up like 15 years to 20 and that they will stay there. Yeah, you heard about the walk? Yeah. If I was there, I would participate in the walk. But since I'm not going to be there, I hope that someone. Be quiet, Colby. Colby, no, don't do that. That's Colby. You hear him? He goes crazy. No, Colby. Okay, Colby, enough. Stop it. Stop. Okay, thank you, Colby. So yeah, So that's the walk, the walk from the courthouse to 183rd, and that will be like a silent walk for Junior, justice for Junior. Like I said, I hope that these men do not. That's firecrackers. That's firecrackers. That's firecrackers. I know. That's just firecrackers. I want you to be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Come on. Be quiet. I'm talking. Shh, quiet. Quiet. Shh, quiet. 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 It's just firecrackers. It's just firecrackers. Stop it. It's all right, Cody. Shh. Over here. Shh. Quiet. Quiet. Enough. Come in. Come in. See, they're doing fire. Stop. All right. All right. There. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. So, yeah. That will be the vigil from 100. From 100 and, like I said before, it's just a small little thing that they will be having. Kobe, be quiet because people sleeping. Quiet. Shh, shh, Kobe. That's what I mean, Kobe. No good. All right. So relax. Relax. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Shh. So yeah, they're throwing firecrackers. I don't even know why these people are doing firecrackers. Like not firecrackers, but they're doing fireworks. I don't even know why they're doing fireworks.
Shh. Hey, enough. Shh. Enough. They're doing, these people are crazy. They be doing fireworks here. I don't even know what the fireworks are for. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, like I have so much opinions about that case, and I hope that everything, like I said, one more time, I hope that they don't get 15 years to 20. I just have a bad feeling about it. But we can all clearly see that they all were involved in that killing. I just wish that they would do something about Estefania and that kid who they supposedly was mistaken identity. So we had very good conversation, and so I'm very happy that everybody has tuned in to this video, especially Susan Thomas, who has been with me all the way through. So thank you so very much. I don't even know what time is it. Let me see. I've been here already like for the longest time. It's 10 o'clock. Yes. Yeah, oh my God, the dog scared the hell out of me. He scared the hell out of you. He scares the hell out of everybody. He even scares the hell out of the owner. And that owner is me. Shh, quiet. I know. Be quiet, Kobe. Shh. I know, Kobe, but you can't do nothing about that. There are people who are going to do firecrackers. You have to keep calm, okay? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. So you are in New York, right? Am I right? It's 1 o'clock in New York. I know that you're in New York, right? Yeah, and it's 10 o'clock here. It's 10 o'clock here in Las Vegas. I don't know what they're celebrating here, that they're using fireworks. I have no idea what they are doing fireworks for. It's kind of, what is the occasion? I don't know what the occasion is. In the morning in New York, it's 1 o'clock. Are you sleeping? You can, I'm gonna be leaving right now, and then, I'll be back. Depending on what, I'm gonna be vlogging pretty soon. So I hope you get to see that, Susan. And Rodolfo, you missed my video. Today you could have spoken up, said something about my videos, and just talked to me, but you didn't. You didn't. You didn't come through for me. Oh. But anyway, I thank everyone for tuning in, especially my viewer, my favorite sister, my favorite viewer, Susan Thomas. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I so much appreciate the questions that you asked me today. I love you too. I love you very much, and I appreciate that you stood up late night. It's morning time in New York City. It's 1 o'clock in New York City. I'm from New York City, so I understand that you must be sleepy. So I'm going to say goodbye till next time. I'm going to be vlogging, so make sure that you look for my vlog, because I really don't know what to do with Live with Maria. But I think I'm going to be vlogging, and I think it's going to be quite hard for me to vlog, but I'm going to do it anyway. Besitos, mi amor, besitos. Mwah. Te quiero mucho, okay? Cuídate. Take care of yourself. I love you very much. You take care of yourself, okay? And we shall see each other again. Mwah. Good night. Until next time, we shall see each other again.